Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another video. This is Anthony with Jhuly's Aquatics and Gardening, and I wanted to kind of bring you a different style of video today because I realized that last year I didn't really show you much of the garden, and I kind of wanted to make sure that I started off this year showing you what the garden looked like when it's dormant or just getting ready to wake up, and then how it progresses through the season. So I'm hoping to do way more garden tours this year than I did last year. So it's very early in the morning and I'm trying to get this video filmed before the kids wake up, so forgive the harshness of my voice. So I'm going to kind of do this in like a walkabout type of video. I think that's what they're called. Anyway, so the interesting thing about my house is that I only have 4 garden beds. What you're looking at here in front of you, this bed is one continuous bed all the way up, down the front walk to the west side of the house that wraps around the house. It's all one continuous flower bed. And I kind of divide that up into what I call sections. So it's one flower bed with 4 sections. My second flower bed is the one here. Forgive my finger. Underneath the pine trees. Which is kind of a part sun type of bed. And the third bed, let's take a walk up the driveway here, is this bed here. And the fourth bed is on the west side. So just kind of showing you what's going on here. I bought some pots with some past their prime hyacinths from Lowe's. I got them for like $1. And I'm doing that because I want the bulbs, not so much that I want the blooms or the plants this year. I just want the bulbs so that I can plant them in the ground at the end of this spring, so that I can have them for next year's display, God's willing. Here in front of the garage, you know, I have my 2 pots with these topiary standards. There's some type of grass in them. Well, there's 2 types of grass in there. And I planted some, I think it's exotic emperor tulips at the base for a little spring color. Hope I'm not going too fast. I've got my hoard of plants also that I'm getting ready to plant in the ground. This one is a Winecraft black smoke bush. Don't know where I'm going to put it yet. I've got 2 conical topiaries that I'm planning to put along the west side. This is that pot that was on my front step that I moved over here. And I've also got a burning bush back there. So last night we had gotten down, they said we were going to get down, almost tripped over a rock. They said we were going to get down to 20-something degrees. We actually stayed around 36 degrees last night, so that's why I have those huddled up over there. Over here, this is a little update on my succulent rock garden. I'll link the video up above and down below. You can see it's displaying its winter color. It's going to be coming out quite soon, quite nicely, and I'll be working with that. I don't think I've ever showed you guys this before. This is the ugly side of my house where I have my trash can and stuff. But I have a black cat pussy willow down here, and I've got some ajuga that I'm going to be planting out into the landscape. I put these here in order to overwinter, and they've been doing well. So moving on, I'm going to be doing a spring cleanup video. I've got a Roald Dahl rose right here. I've got a little lime hydrangea. I have a nandina that I was trying to root back there, which I don't think was successful. I've got some Helen von Stein lamb's ear that I cut back in a very vicious way. Hopefully it'll come back. So I've got some bulbs back in here. This is what I was hoping to be a cottagey style bed with highly fragrant plants. So I'll make sure to walk you through this area. But the Roald Dahl rose has a nice fragrance. I've got catmint in the front. Down at the end here, I've got a Scent Amazing Gardenia from the Southern Living Plant Collection. I've got some Denim and Lace Russian Sage in here. I have irises in this bed. So in the spring, going into the summer, hopefully this bed will be prolific and fragrant and beautiful. Up here in my window boxes, I planted some Woodstock hyacinths and some tulips. I am hoping to see a lot more action out of these in the coming days. So I know a couple of them are peeking their head through. So hopefully we'll see again some more action coming up here in the next couple of days. Excuse my shadow there. I recently went to Trader Joe's and I went absolutely bonkers buying up their Hellebores. They were $9.99. And I think I bought 6. I bought 2 of each variety that they had. Excuse that little pillar shot there. And this is kind of sort of a spring display, but it's not meant to. These were grown in a greenhouse. That's why they're blooming so prolifically. But what I've done is keep them in the garage to quote unquote harden them off. And then last night I brought them out and I put them in this little kind of sheltered area in order to really make sure that they were ready to be planted out in the garden. We're going to be getting up to about 65 degrees today, and it's only upward from there over the 10-day forecast. So I think these are ready to go in the garden. And let me show you where most of them are going to be going. Swinging around here. Hopefully I'm not moving too fast. All of this area will be cleaned up and staged nicer. So this is my hellebore bed. I've got a couple back in here that you can see are poking their head through the soil already. And so I'm going to be adding, you can see a couple of bare spots. So I'm going to be adding some of those back in here underneath this maple tree, and then we'll see, where else we can put them in. Alright, so stepping back out into my front yard, some of you may remember that I had a big red planter right here with a arb that looked like it's dying, and I took it out yesterday. I don't know what I'm going to put there exactly yet, but this is just a placeholder for the time being. It has a smoke tree in it. My Deutzia is getting ready to leaf out. My hydrangea standard, I'm getting ready to cut that back severely this year. And over here, I just got a mishmash of things. So I know it looks bad right now. Nothing is staged yet. Nothing is placed the way I want it yet. So again, today I'm hoping to get out here and to kind of finish up what I started yesterday. I cleaned up, let me slowly pan over there. I cleaned up that bed there, which is what I'm hoping will end up into a nice cottagey style bed. And I cleaned up this front bed here and ran some more lines of drip tubing. And that's one thing I'm going to be doing soon, is testing out my system before I mulch to make sure that there aren't any leaks. So you can see that this really is just one continuous bed. But again, these pots and garden ornament will be staged much more nicely, but I'm trying to hang on and wait until things leaf out so that way I can actually stage them in a way that is really attractive. I'm going to be working on edging the path here. I'm also, let me know what you think. I'm toying with the idea, whoops, sorry again. I'm toying with the idea of tearing out the grass along this walk path here and laying flagstone and either planting moss between the stones or some type of ground cover, maybe a type of a juga, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm really thinking hard about it. I'm trying to envision what it would look like without grass. I have flagstones in the back that I inherited with the house, so I'm thinking it would look nice. And plus I'm trying to cut down on the amount of grass that I have to cut. This is another plant that I've got that I bought at a garden center recently. It's a dogwood. What kind of dogwood is it? Excuse my shadow again there, guys. It's a arrowwood dogwood. I'm thinking I'm either going to plant that dogwood there, or I might put the pussy willow here, or I might put the Winecraft black smoke bush there. I'm not totally sure. That little chair is going to be moving. I believe I'm going to move that bird bath. So that's what we've got going on over here. There's another plant that I bought. This is some type of camellia. It was sold as a Camellia sasanqua, but I don't know what exact variety it is. I'm thinking about planting it right here because this needs heavy shade, as far as what I understand. So we'll see how that one goes. I've got an oak leaf hydrangea that I want to add another one. And again, let me know what you guys think here. I'm going to be planting some lilies back in this area and some what do you call it? Brain freeze. Phlox, some hardy tall phlox. But I'm also thinking that I might want to plant some Annabelle hydrangeas in here. Let me know what you guys think. I've got another hellebore back there. I've got a clematis growing on this little trellis. I don't know if it's still alive. Hopefully it is. I'm going to be moving this evergreen to the back. I don't like how it looks right there. And I think it's going to get massive. And I don't want the roots to affect my house because it's close. It's planted on the foundation. So hopefully this thing's not going to get really massive. I don't even know what variety of evergreen it is because it was unmarked at the garden center. And they didn't know what it was. And I still bought it. How foolish. But I'm going to be moving that just in case. This is a, what do you call these things again? Digitalis foxglove. It didn't bloom last year, so I'm hoping to get blooms off of it this year. This is one that I started from seed. And this is the west side garden bed. Again, looking very bare right now. But I've got Korean spice viburnum. I've got a heuchera. I've got some tulips coming out of the ground. And some daffodils. I've got a peony planted back here. I've got a hedge of, what do you call those things again? Ornamental onions. I forget what the exact name of them are. It's a Proven Winners variety. I have some ping pong alliums coming up right there. This is the dogwood. Again, right here that I'm hoping to turn into a tree form. I've got daisy. I'm thinking about moving this bird bath. I've got a phlox back there. I think it's an opening act white. This mum's gonna get ready to be cut back. I've got spirea back there and another digitalis. So I'm not gonna go into the backyard because back there is looking quite bad. I have not tended to the back flower bed the entire winter. I've been trying my best to keep up on weeding and what have you in the front beds, and I think I've been doing a pretty decent job, but I haven't touched the back. At the base of this tree, I just keep some random supplies, which I probably won't. So pretty much the plan for this spring is to get all of these random projects that I'm thinking about done. I'm going to be in the next coming days cleaning out these beds, removing the decor that I left in there over winter, and getting things staged in a way that'll make the garden a little bit more attractive. So my hope is that I can take you guys along this year for more tours, show you how the yard progresses, show you how things grow, and give you guys updates along the way. So thanks guys for hanging out with me this morning in this kind of a walkabout tour. Never done one of these before, so hopefully the camera work wasn't too bad. Thanks guys for all the recent subscribers. Welcome to the channel. If you don't know, I garden in Zone 7A. I'm in Newcastle County, Delaware, and I don't even know how big my lot is, but this is my first garden, and all of what you're seeing here I did myself. These beds in the front, I carved them out. I've been gardening here for about 3 years, and it's all self-taught. So any tips, tricks, and hints that you can give me to help improve my landscape, be sure to leave them in the comment section, and we will go into more details as the season progresses. Again, thanks to all the recent subscribers for joining the channel. Thanks for all of you who have been here with me from day one, for still hanging on and sticking in with me. And we will see what this gardening season holds. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, comment down below, and let me know what you think about this new endeavor, these sort of informal tours and walkabouts. Take care, guys, and I will see you in the next video.